Hello everyone, Fire Centaur here, coming to you live from the virtual world of Second Life. Today, I'd like to talk with you about an exciting collaboration I've been working on with Brian Stokely of the Korea National University of Education. Now, Brian approached me and said that he wanted to teach students how they could use game worlds for education. This is a very exciting topic for me because since 2006 I've been exploring this virtual 3D environment called Second Life that enables students to log in using a special program called a viewer and create themselves an avatar and use their voice and their keyboard and their mouse to navigate around this environment and collaborate. The coolest thing about Second Life that I find, which makes it really exciting for educators, is the ability for each user to create objects. Any user in Second Life, so long as they have permissions of the land, can actually, what we call res, create objects, change the size and shape, and the texture. There's a permission system, so whatever you create can actually be set to modify, copy, or transfer. And you can take these items into your inventory and actually sell them on the virtual marketplace using what's called Linden dollars. Linden dollars can actually be changed into real money via the PayPal service. Educationally, being able to create your own content is really neat because for teachers it means that we can do role plays and simulations that can aid learning. The class that I gave last week was to teach these students how to build, how to create content in Second Life. Today I want to talk to you about some of the difficulties in teaching in Second Life. For example, it's not like a traditional classroom. Everybody is sitting at a computer and everybody has an avatar and everybody can move around. But how do you organize your students? How do you get them to go and where you want them to go or where you need them to go? Well, I found an interesting technique that seemed to work. While I was teaching this class, my collaborator, Brian Stokely, was in Korea. So we had arranged beforehand that he would have me projected on the projector onto the screen, and after he gave a short lecture, I would be brought in and I would direct his students who were in the media lab to build. So previous to this, he had already established 5 groups. He split his class into 5 groups of 4 students each. And when the class began, I got Brian to make the web camera, put the web camera on the students so I could actually see the class, who I was talking with. I then asked each class to choose a team color. So we quickly established a red team, a blue team, a pink team, an orange team, and a yellow team. So I brought out this game buzzer that I had, that I made a while ago, that allows students to click on the green button and the first 3 students to click get to answer questions. It also has a timer functionality. So what I did was I set the timer, I started the timer, and I said, okay, I need everybody to get into there, to sit in the chairs. That is your team's color. And then the users quickly had to figure out how to use their interface and their arrow keys to move to their appropriate teams. This was a great way to organize students because it added a gaming element so they would quickly race to see who could sit in the chair first. And it was quite funny because some students would sit in the wrong chair, and I acted as a commentator, like a football commentator, saying, okay, yellow team's ahead and orange team's behind. Anyways, they finally got into their teams. Now, having them in their color-coded chairs really helped, and I'll tell you why. For my building lesson, what I did was, on my island, I resed 5 platforms in the sky, which I wanted each group to fly to, or in Second Life we call it teleporting, because you can actually teleport from space to space. Now, how could I tell these new students to fly up to these areas when they weren't familiar with the actual controls of the game? This involved me giving them a little bit of help. So since I know how to use my camera controls quite well, it was a very simple task. What I did was, I first of all took my avatar. Let me just move back here so I can show you. There we go. Once I had them all seated, my avatar flew up to the first platform. So I'm going to go to the red platform. and I went into the middle of the platform. Then, using my camera controls, I zoomed back down to where everybody was sitting. This is an easy thing to do. You just have to use your Control, Alt, and Shift keys to do it. But for new users, it can be kind of tricky. Now that my avatar was standing up above on the red platform, I zoomed my camera down to where the red team was sitting. I would right-click on them, I pressed Instant Message, and then I just clicked Teleport. And this would automatically send them a teleport request, and when they accepted, they would be teleported to the red area. This was a good technique because it gave my students a very easy way to get to the place they needed to be. So once again, all I did was I flew up to the area I wanted them, and then I zoomed back down with my camera controls, and then I just sent them an instant message and teleported them. And that automatically teleported them to where I needed. Next, I was finished the red team now. My red team was where I wanted them. So what I did was I then went to the next part, the blue area, and started teleporting the blue team. As you can see, if you're really good with your camera, this is going to be a very fast way to move people where you want them. Well everybody, thanks for watching this video tutorial, and I hope it gave you some ideas on how you can organize your classes in Second Life and other virtual world environments like OpenSim. Let me know what you've created and how you're teaching your students. I'd like to know. Thanks a lot, and bye for now. This is Fire Centaur signing out.